Willpower is the instrument of change. If you have molded clay into a vase and fired it, and now you want to make that object into a tray, you cannot do so. But you can pulverize the vase and add that powder to fresh clay, and then form it into a tray. Likewise, when a bad habit is fixed in your mind and you want to change it, you will have to use your strong will to pulverize that habit and absorb it into fresh, pliable good actions that can be remolded to the desired image. Strong will mean strong conviction. The minute you say to yourself, "I am not bound by this habit," and mean it, the habit will be gone. Look within and determine your main characteristics. Some love to write or compose music or dance, others enjoy finance and economics, and so on. Unfortunately, some love to gossip and others to fight. Don't try to change in yourself what is good. But those things you do against your will, and that make you unhappy after you have done them, are what you want to get rid of. How? Affirm with conviction, before going to bed and on arising in the morning, "I can change. I have the will to change. I will change." Hold to that thought throughout the day, and carry it with you into the subconscious land of sleep and the superconscious realm of meditation. Suppose your problem is that you frequently get angry and afterwards feel very sorry for having lost your temper. Every night and morning make up your mind to avoid anger, and then watch yourself carefully. The first day may be difficult, but the second may be a little easier. The third will be easier still. After a few days you will see that victory is possible. In a year, if you keep up your effort, you will be another person. In my childhood, I used to get angry at injustices. One day I saw how foolish it was. I could not change the world in a minute by a display of wrath. I raised my hands and vowed, "I will never be angry again." Since then, I have never been angry within, though I can be outwardly fiery when necessary. When I came to America 20-some years ago, I saw everyone was drinking coffee, so I tasted it for the first time and gradually came to like it. Lest it become a habit, I made a rule never to drink coffee by myself. Still, there were so many invitations that I found I was drinking coffee all the time. One day, as I ate alone in a restaurant, I realized I missed the coffee. I thought, "So, you got me. All right, goodbye, coffee habit." That was the end of it. In the past 20 years, I have never touched it. Just last night, some friends served coffee to me. It tasted all right, but it will never again be tempting to me. Freedom is to act for your highest welfare. You must be free, unenslaved by habits, or the wish to please society, or anything else. To be able to do, not what you want to do, but what you should do for your own highest welfare, that is freedom. For example, temperamental people, addicted to their emotions, love to intimidate and scare the daylights out of others. I say, go ahead if you must, but remember that you will have to pay for that bad behavior, no one else. Every wrong action goes against one's own well-being. It fails to give the peace and happiness expected. Sometimes it seems difficult to be good, while it is easy to be bad, and that to give up the bad things is to miss something. But I say you will not miss anything but sorrow. Do not be like the naughty child who wants to do the very thing he is told not to do. Everything that the great ones have warned against is like poisoned honey. I say don't taste it. You may argue, but it is sweet. Well, my reasoning is that after you have tasted the sweetness, it will destroy you. Evil was made sweet to delude you. You have to use your discrimination to distinguish between poisoned honey and that which is in your best interest. Avoid those things that will ultimately hurt you, and choose those that will give you freedom and happiness. In this new year, change your consciousness. Cultivate the right conduct and good habits that lead to freedom. When you can say, "I don't indulge in bad habits because they are against my interest. I choose goodness of my own free will," that is freedom, and that is what I want for you. Both discrimination and willpower are necessary. Remolding your consciousness means exercising free will guided by discrimination and energized by willpower. Discrimination is your keen eyesight, and will is your power of locomotion. Without will, you may know what is right through discrimination and yet not act on it. It is acting on knowledge that gets you to your goal. So both discrimination and will are necessary. Willpower is easy to develop. Try first for small accomplishments. Gradually, you will get rid of tendencies you thought you could not overcome. Watch your consciousness. Develop the habit of self-examination, of watching and analyzing your thoughts and behavior. When there are telltale signs of bad habits or inclinations, that is the time to discriminate and resist with willpower. The first time you succumbed to a temptation, you didn't expect that you would be compelled to repeat it. But after giving in a few times, habit took over. Eventually, you felt you could not get rid of that habit. But you can if you use your God-given discrimination and willpower. Habits are simply thoughts grooved deeply into the brain. The needle of the mind plays those records of habits again and again. Even the chemistry of the body responds, as with addiction. Applying mind and will can change those patterns. Don't immediately attempt dramatic changes. Experiment in little things first to train your inherent power of command. I see that a great many of you here today will be rid of your bad habits as a result of following these suggestions.